So, so we're here just after the keynotes here, and who are you?
I'm Rashmi Rao. I'm the General Chair for Display Week 2019.
So, general chair, what does that mean? Do you take care of everything?
General Chair is usually responsible for putting the entire Display Week conference together, not just the symposium, the keynote speakers, the market focus, business focus, investors conference, pretty much the entire conference.
So it's been a while to take care of this, like several months of preparations?
It's been about a year's worth of work. That's when we typically kick off the next Display Week at Display Week. So it's been about a year's worth of work, but I think it's all coming together fabulously. We've had a 10-year high of pretty much participation in every single sub-conference that we plan in Display Week. So we have a 20% increase in the number of attendees.
So far, right? Maybe there will be more. They can just register on the spot?
They can absolutely register on the spot. They can come in, they can walk in. We have 2 more days of outstanding events and a world-class exhibition. So they can come in and walk in and be a part of this.
So there was Samsung, Google, and BOE. What do you think about the keynotes?
The keynotes were outstanding. They set the stage of what we could expect 2 to 5 years from now in the space of displays, as well as the direction displays are going. Definitely foldable, rollable displays is a key trend. We already know that there has been tremendous interest after nearly 10 years in 2 phone launches from Samsung, the foldable phone, as well as Huawei. Google had an excellent encore to their Google I/O last week, announcing their smart display in-house speaker with the Nest Hub, which Rick Ostello spoke about today, and BOE demonstrated the impact China is going to have on the future of display manufacturing.
BOE claimed number 1. They're supposed number 1 in quantities or something?
So BOE is definitely, BOE's CEO for BOE Group claimed they're number 1 in the manufacturing capacity that they have built over the last several years, as well as the investments that they are making in the future in terms of display R&D.
And it was very interesting at the Samsung keynote. He was talking about how the theory of relativity, everything is related to displays.
It was very interesting how the Samsung keynote speaker brought in these pivotal points in technology development and tied it into the display revolution we're seeing. So he spoke about how theory of relativity as well as theory of evolution came into the evolution of displays itself. It was fascinating.
Processors are pretty awesome and everything, but they're hidden. Displays, everybody sees them. So you working in the industry that's visible to every human being.
Absolutely.
It's a cool thing to work in, right?
Absolutely. So one of the best parts of being in the display industry is it is about human experience, and everybody perceives the same displays in very different ways. And so there is not a one-size-fits-all. Even as display engineers, we build and we spec it. It's an experience. It's not just about technology. And that's the most fascinating part about working in the display industry, that people touch and feel, versus a silicon on chip or a memory chip or something else, which is more in the background.
And SID is a lot of volunteers, right? You also one? Are you full-time SID?
I am a volunteer, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you also do?
I can talk about it.
Yeah.
So I am, SID is an institution that runs on volunteers and thousands of volunteers globally across the world. I am one such volunteer. On my day job, I actually head a group at Samsung, Harman now, on their automotive division, Harman, developing advanced technology as well as the early customer engagement.
That's a lot to do with what's in the cars, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So what I've been working on over the past several years is Harman Samsung is on the next generation, the next frontier, which is autonomous and semi-autonomous cars, and how displays have such a huge part to play in not just developing the trust of human beings to trust these robocars that are going to be driving us around, but also enjoy the experience of being inside of a car.
So I love Uber, Lyft, and everything. When can I order a self-driving? Because is it going to work, right? It's pretty sure. I mean, you would have the data, right? You would know that it's for sure. It's not just marketing. It's happening.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
So I think 2025 will be a pivotal year for semi-autonomous with a lot more advanced features. There are a lot of levels of autonomy that people talk about. Today we already have with Tesla and others level 2. What we are looking at is level 3, level 4, which is even more advanced safety features, and then level 5 is a little bit beyond 2025, where it's full autonomy. The car just drives itself.
I thought Elon Musk said next year.
He's
Not quite, not yet.
I'm not no
quite.
comments.
Okay, cool. And so the exhibition is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. It's opening in very soon.
Yes.
Less than half an hour.
Yeah.
And it's going to be even more awesome than last year.
Yes, we have the maximum number of space. Yeah, so the exhibition this year is again a record high in terms of square footage and the number of exhibitors. Also, given all of the fascinating things that are happening with AR, 5G, augmented reality, 5G, as well as foldable and flexible, rollable displays, this year is poised to be one of the best exhibitions we have seen in a long
It's
time.
like, it must be delightful for display industry people to walk around the halls here. It's like the best exhibition you can think of for this industry, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Display Week exhibition is literally what crores of engineers wait for to attend every year.
I'm sure they dream about it.
I'm sure they dream about it. It's almost like as if they're dreaming about it, and it's like their kids walking in a candy store. Fascinating, because we have iZone, which is really early stage, next 10 years technology. We have all the exhibitors that are showing their product. It's just really an exciting and delightful place to be in.
And my experience, my understanding, I'm just a blogger, right? Is that sometimes I see amazing things, but they need billions of dollars to make it happen. But the guys who have maybe the billions potentially access to that, they are here in the show. And
Correct.
they might make decisions, or they might, start to discuss about, okay, how much? Okay, we need to do this and that, and it cost hundreds of millions or billions, or then new things happen, right?
Yep, yeah. So one of the things we've started some time back is before iZone is this investors conference, which is where people that are looking to invest in display space can come in, and we match up the investors with the innovators. And iZone is just a next step where they can actually bring their prototypes, and it's completely free for the iZone. You just have to submit an application, and it's completely free. You get floor space in the best display conference and access and visibility to the investors that can actually make the decisions to invest dollars, serious dollars, into technology.
The whole industry is going to check you out and check what you're doing, and you're seeing your real demos, real things. And then at the same time, there's also a bunch of other sessions going on. How can people have time for everything? So what kind of sessions are happening?
The most challenging part typically with Display Week is there's so many parallel sessions that are happening. You really have to plan around being here and being planning on what you want to do. There is the symposium technical sessions, which is very deep technical innovations. There is the exhibition, the iZone. We also have the business conference, which is more the business of displays. And also, a couple of years, we've started the market focus, which focuses very, very specifically on the emerging tech. So this year we have automotive and foldable and rollable. So there's a lot to do, so you really need to plan your time at Display Week.
So what can people learn about micro LEDs at this show? Because it's one of the things too, right?
Special topics, yeah. So one of the special topics this year is micro LEDs, which is one of the hottest topics of research and investments in the display industry right now. And this is the place to be. We have the experts that have come in from across the globe, educating on micro LEDs, but also demonstrating their products.
And the thing about SID Display Week is always in the USA, so it's kind of like a USA thing, right?
No, not really.
I mean, people coming from all over the world, but
Correct.
It happens here.
Here, yeah. Well, so Display Week gives an opportunity for people all over the world to actually come. And for the last several years, we have been focused in the Silicon Valley, heart of Silicon Valley, and you can come from across the globe. We have about 47 countries, people from 47 countries that have come in to participate in Display Week in the heart of Silicon Valley.
So it's about maybe 10,000 people around,
Yeah.
and they're all the top industry insiders of the display industry.
Yep. So we have, Display Week brings together about 10,000 people typically, with the top minds and the investors and also the movers and shakers of the display industry.
Cool, all right. Really looking forward to check it all out. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.